Hey soldiers, welcome back to another edition of Dominating on Conquest. Today we're going to tackle the Mirak Valley map. We're going to do it from an assault perspective. I know there's lots of videos about the engineer because, vehicles, you can just make such a huge influence or impact on this particular game mode in Conquest. If you got great pilots, great helicopter pilots or whatever, and then obviously the transport helicopter, you can just keep dropping folks off and keep capturing objectives. So I want to try to point out just a different bit of gameplay. If you do the same map the same way every time, it's just going to get a little stale. So let me offer you just a little bit of variety in your gameplay, some things to try out. Now at the opening, we're going to try to make a beeline towards the middle two objectives, and hopefully if we can get to the farther of the two objectives, that's going to be the best option for us, and nobody's going to come with us. No, maybe? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to do it alone. This usually doesn't end well. Okay, once we get there and hopefully capture the objective, we'll pull up the map and I'm going to talk a little bit about strategy for the objectives. If you're going to be doing more of a gameplay style that's like this, where you're going to be sort of in the middle of things and not so much running with vehicles. Okay, we'll drop our spawn beacon. There's not really a good spot for it, but whatever, we'll just stick it there for the time being. Just because we want to get on the objective as quick as we can. And then we'll wait a second. There's one. And hopefully you come here with a team, because me by myself and the whole enemy team is coming at it. It's not likely I'm going to live very long. Also, I want to move that spawn beacon. It's a terrible spot for it. Okay. Let's go move this spawn beacon too. All right, and let's just park some random corner here. We're going to get shot pretty quickly. But when you look at just sheer distance-wise, having A, B, and D from us, or if we're on the other team, it would be E, D, and B. Like, that's the key. Hold those three, then the other team is left with just A and C. Usually what happens is, since there's so many vehicles, the steady flow of vehicles out of your headquarters is going to capture or recapture whatever objective is right in front of it. So if you keep your focus on holding B and D, you generally keep recapturing the one in front of you and you'll end up winning. Or that's the best suggestion I can give to you. The sheer distance you got to travel, like on foot, between C and B and D, it just takes so long. You tend to just keep losing tickets over and over and over again. Sorry, buddy. All right, if you're going to capture D, I'd suggest putting like a baby gate right here, and then you can just like lay in the corner behind the baby gate and shoot people as they come by, because they're just going to be running around like a bad person. You can hear their footsteps. The other place is you might want to just capture here and be listening for the zip line, because when you're capturing, they're going to right where their tank is. That's their spawn. They'll tend to spawn out there and come running in, and that's the closest option they have. So something to consider. Okay, now for a spawn beacon placement in here, if you can get up on the third floor, I would recommend the third floor. If you can't, oh geez, I'm running the wrong way. If you can't, you could consider dropping the spawn beacon down in the middle. Not a lot of people come down here, but a few people do here and there, but it tends to live a little bit longer if you stick it there when you need to reapply pressure up here. So again, here we'll come out over here. You can see. See it? See, somebody's got the right idea. He did the right thing. You go destroy it. All right, when attacking D, let me show you the route that I take. I'd rather him actually capture it. Let's leave his spawn beacon and let him come back. It'll make it even more fun. Okay, the zipline makes a lot of noise, so I tend to crouch up the stairs. And I don't go that way. I tend to come around this side, because people like to hide in this little hallway here, right where I told you to hide. And then you've got this place. And that one. Oh, there's 6 here. This ought to be fun. Oh, that's not my teammate. I should let him hit me with a hammer just for the fun of it, but I won't. And we just keep going back and forth. There. Third. I am not going to make it much longer. Come on, team. Get in here, fellas. Whew, that thing's a mess. All right, now if they're smart, they would have wiped out my spawn beacon, and they did not. Oh well. Well, they should have cleared it. Okay, so here, let's do something real quick. I'm going to spawn on the beacon, and I want to go out here. When they respawn, they tend to respawn out here. And so you can see the bullets that are coming from there shooting at my squad mates. Where those bullets are coming from is a great place to, like, I hate to say it, spawn camping it, but you could spawn camp out here if you need to, like where their tank is. Right? That's definitely an option when you're trying to protect. Calm down, boy. Jeez. They're like after me. I'm just trying to take all your objectives and kill you. Calm down. Yeah, there's that tank. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh man, he just hunted me. Okay, cool. Let me show you some spawn beacon placement when you need to attack B and defend B. Totally up to you. The downstairs is obviously a great place to hide a spawn beacon in some like remote corners, you know, like back here in the corner, whatever it is. Let me show an alternative position that's really tucked away. We just need to get up on the roof real quick. Hopefully the helicopter won't wipe us out. Okay, me and some squaddies, when we play it, we come down in here, and we'll drop the beacon down, like either on this layer or the layer above us. You know, totally up to you, whatever you want to do. All right, let me show you the zoomed-in portion of the map. All right, so like we're here on the back side of B, you know, towards this end where A is, and then you can just kind of, you know, make your way down here, la-di-da-di-da, right? And then voila, you're like in the back of B. Now, since we're on this side where our headquarters is, when they capture B, they're going to be looking for you to come down this way. So I would say this spawn beacon placement is a little bit better when you're on the opposing team because you're going to come down and flank them because they're going to be looking for you in a different spot. Oh, calm down, buddy. I'm trying to record a video here. You're all trying to play the game. All right, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's spawn off our beacon. Yeah. Oh, here, we'll put it back. Whatever. You never know. We might need it again. Right? So here's what happens, right? When you drop down, they're like staring you in the face, right? So that's why I recommend if you're on the opposing team, you want to sneak it behind them. Here, I'll go downstairs and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, that would have been funny if I shot my own teammate. Right? Like up in here is fine. Nobody tends to come in this little middle section, right? So a place like right here in this corner where they're going to run right past it and not be looking at it is also a decent spot for it. Let me show you on the map. From my team's perspective, this would be a reasonable spot to stick it in. And then you could come out here, you could come up the stairs, and then all of a sudden you're flanking the other team, right? And like that's the ideal. I think there's a tank out there. Oh, there's an enemy. All right. Here, let's get our spawn beacon back, and I will show it to you one last time. Oh, here, well, while we're in here, B, real quick, there's just not a good place to defend B from. Some people like to chill up in here. When you want to defend B, if your team has C, I will tend to come out here and listen, because you'll hear the footsteps on the concrete, right? And then you can kind of poke in and look at them, right? But everybody knows you basically need to capture it from here. Else you're out in the open, right? You always want to be thinking about, all right, what objectives do they have, right? The other team has A. They're not likely going to be coming from A to here. There could be one. All right, there's a guy below me. He's going to come up the zip line. Nope, he's heading back that way. Where the cases, right? You always want to try to keep cover between you and where the other team is going to be coming from when you're defending an objective, right? So I think that's all the good stuff for B. Let me show you one quick route. When I need to capture C and I'm over here at B, so again, this is the view of the map. When I'm over at B and I want to make my push to D, if I run out, straight out here, the enemy team's like looking at me and then I just get shot in the face. So let me show you a different route that I tend to use. You'll have to be careful when the other team has C. I can't believe you got me with 2 headshots. Oh, controller auto aim, of course. Why wouldn't you do that? Let's try that again. Well, here, we'll use our spawn beacon. So there he sees me, and now he thinks I'm going the other direction. How did I not kill him? I do not know. Oh, geez, how did I miss that one? Shot in the back, of course. Where's my team at? What are we doing out here? Why am I alone attacking me? Oh, you all got wasted. Oh, that's so sad. Sigh, team. Alright, well, let's attack from this side. Alright, we're going to attack, but we're going to do it as a flank. Oh, I hate that nonsense. Come on. Yeah, you gotta fix this. You ever tried jumping and shooting an automatic gun and see how accurate you are? It ain't Call of Duty. Of course, I die and my team gets in here. Thanks, fellas. Okay, when they spawn, they'll come in from that side in the back where I've marked the 4. Actually, I marked it on top of the sky. Right, so be forewarned. Right, we're going to keep cover between us and where the enemies are at. And then every once in a while, they'll get smart and sneak in from the side, so just be aware of that when you're capturing gear. If you're playing Recon, I think the motion sensors are definitely helpful when it comes to this particular objective. Oh, see, look, I'm not even paying attention. Here they come. All right, since we're over here at C, let me take the opportunity to take a moment and talk a little bit about C. The tank spawns here, so if you're an engineer with mines, you might want to consider putting some mines down inside of here, so when the enemy picks up the tank, and kablooey. Right, so capturing C, there's just not a lot of open cover, right? You can see like where my teammate has put the spawn beacon. Yeah, it's not bad, right? You can cover in here. Everybody captures from inside this particular building. So since everybody knows you're in here, they're going to be coming to looking for you. That's why I tend to do a little bit better when I'm like back in this corner and I can easily back out. I can get to some cover behind me if I need to. When you're guarding C, everybody knows people guards inside the house. So you might want to consider being off center somewhere, right? Like out here. Are they having a tank fight? All right, you do it, buddy. Is that an enemy right there? I don't know. I missed him. Okay, and so now here is the reason why it's terrible to have C. Are you serious, bro? Calm down. You're like trying to play the game like it's meant to be played. It is such an immensely long run. Even though we have B, there's usually snipers on the top of it. Like, it just takes forever to make this run back and forth. I get that it gives you an extra tank, and that's cool to have the extra tank, but to me, I don't play a lot with vehicles, so I'm not super excited about that part. Okay, so let's go ahead and take D. All right, so same thing. They have D. All right, there's a guy on the 50 cal, so he's going to like lay waste to my poor squad mate there. Jeez, they're coming out of the woodworks here. All right, let me show you a different routes. We're going to have to pause a quick second because the crane is coming down. Oh, good. Now we can have some even more fun with vehicles. Okay, let me let the dust settle. A quick peek. So when I want to go to D, I come down these stairs. So I'm kind of on the, I guess you would say the southern side, although it's not really. Yeah, it is the southern side. Okay. I'll come up. I'll use all of this for some cover. And then, poor fella. Then I'll make my push into this doorway. I don't usually come up this stairs just because everybody's watching the stairs, you know, so like I said again, sometimes, you know, if I need to apply constant pressure, you know, we'll just stick the spawn beacon in there. Now, when they spawn, they tend to spawn from over here, see? So if your team is capturing it and they're going to respawn on it, this is the route they're going to take, and they're going to come right up here. I just ran over to a grenade. That would have been funny. I got you, squatty. Okay, So again, capture from within here. You're listening for the zip line because they tend to spawn out there and come directly at you. So just friendly word of warning. Oh, there's somebody's on the objective. Oh, he's around the other side. Poor fella. All right, another one. Oh my word. You guys got to calm down. This objective is not that important. If you want it, have it. Knock yourself out. Okay, so for A and for E, there's really not much to say. There's like 100 buildings around E. You can put a spawn beacon kind of everywhere. I would say the further out you can get, the better, because the vehicles are going to tend to take the roads because it's the fastest route to get back into the battle. And so if you can be offset from a road, I think those are reasonable spots for spawn beacons. Obviously, when it comes to sniping, everybody loves to go on the roof of B. It's just a great vantage point. If you need to get your long distance kills, I'm going to encourage you, go ahead and get up there. Some people get all creative and they'll get in the back. Let me show you what I mean by the back. All right, so we're in the back of B to get a bit of a long distance kill, and we can kind of, if we had a sniper rifle, if we can zoom in and shoot everybody that's capturing B, and then we have some cover we can duck into. Right, so some people do some sniping from like longer distances like this. You just have to be forewarned. You're kind of out here and going to get flanked. Look at these guys. They got like vehicles all up in the back of us. All right, when you're defending B, it's okay to like camp in a little corner here. You're outside of the capture radius, so they're not going to see you in here, and you know they're all going to be in there, and they're not necessarily going to be looking directly at you. So sometimes I'll capture from there. I've seen some successful-ish snipers come out here and be on this side of things and sniping in, especially when the platforms are still there. And then obviously not as many people chill on the bottom. So when you want to make your push across, think about chilling from the bottom. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to redeploy because I want to show you some vehicle stuff. Let's see if we can grab ourselves a tank in case you don't know to do some of these things with a tank. Which one is that? Yeah, well, it's a terrible tank, but whatever. I shouldn't say it's a terrible tank. It's a fantastic tank, but it's not my favorite. It's just really slow. Alright, so let's get up here. Now, if the enemy team is smart, they would put mines all over in the road. Come on, tank. I'm just checking. Yep, there's one. See? There it is. Alright. Well, they know what they're doing. We're going to go this way. My squad mate's like, what's wrong with you? You can't drive. Yeah, I know I should be going for A, but I just want to show you some fun that me and my team has discovered with vehicles in the middle. I'm not sure where he's going, but okay. More power to you. Well, whatever. See you later, buddy. Okay, you can take a Jeep up into B if you want. I can show you how to get it up the stairs if you want to be able to do that. Now, those are my team's mines. We're good. Personally, I like the other tank for this position, but this tank, I mean, it kind of works in there. Once the crane is destroyed, you can actually drive a vehicle, right, straight up into here, except you have some random helicopter. Come on, tank, there we go. You can actually drive a tank right up in here. It's hard to see because you're on fire, but it is quite fun to drive around in a tank on B. And then we're just going to park it down here since it's going to blow up. And there you have it. You can defend B with a tank. So just wanted you to be aware of that. Okay, let's see if we can get this little fast mover over here. Alternatively, you can take the fast mover up the stairs. There's a couple of different staircases you can do it on, so it's kind of up to you. Ooh. Who gave me a driver's license? right? So like you can take the fast mover up here if you want. It's always fun in games to see the Jeep up here, right? So if you ever want to do some goofy things with vehicles, feel free to try to take the vehicle up there. Oh, that guy's got the right spot. So see where my squad mates are up there? Like, those are great spots to put. Of course, you could DMR me twice with a headshot. Put a spawn beacon up there if you got the helicopter to do some drop-offs. So yeah, those are some fun things to think about when you're thinking about attacking and defending B, and just some different types of play you can use. Did he just? Oh, he repaired the. He repaired it. You do it, man. Have fun. So yeah. So anyway, that's most of the fun things I wanted to share with you. The last thing I would say is if you can get all the way out, you can see the guy that's pinking out there. You can snipe from all these trees where all these yellow markers, they're going to spawn there. Whoever owns this will spawn there, but that's a great sniping position to protect C when you need to capture C. But so see what happened. Their team got locked to just E and C, and for the most of the game, we've had A, B, and D. And look how far ahead we are. And so generally, whoever holds the two middle objectives tends to win because your vehicles keep continuously coming out and recapturing the objective outside, unless you have a team that's dedicated to hold on to that objective as soon as the vehicles leave. So yeah, there you have it. A little bit about some fun you can have at Mirak Valley. So how'd we do? Oh, 18 and 10. Oh, not bad. Having fun with it. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with some more of these.